was amazing. But I'm, of course, I'm lying because.
So what is it about Jimmy and Supergirl that really made you want to be involved and had you thinking, this is what I want to do?
I mean, the script says Supergirl on it, so you kind of have to do that. That's, I mean, I say that jokingly, but it's true. It's like, you know, like once you see, like I grew up with Batman, Superman, these comics, and Archie, and like these things, a lot of DC comics actually. And I don't know, I just never thought of myself as ever going to be in the running of playing Jimmy Olsen, you know, just because of the, you know, the iconography of Jimmy Olsen. So when I had the opportunity, I was kind of like, yeah, okay, sure, I'll throw my hat in the ring, yeah, whatever. And then, you know, got to the next level and met Greg and Ali and Andrew, and everybody was just amazing and really cool, and they were pushing for me, and I was like, really? You do know I don't look like him, right? Yeah. And they're like, no, you don't care. And just the amount of support that I had from day one, just even auditioning, was unparalleled. So I just really felt like part of the family immediately.
What can you tease about the relationship between Jimmy and Kara?
I can tease you with the fact that they're teasing me that I don't know anything.
Okay.
We shot the pilot.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of like, you know, things that are possibly going to happen, and you know, we just hope that it goes for a long time so that we can continue to teach people. Basically. So.
We were talking earlier about how the pilot kind of, her secret's learned by a lot of people right away. They don't keep a lot, you know, there's not a lot kept hidden, and I think that's different than we've seen in other superhero stories.
Right.
Will we continue to see like the story at that rapid pace? Do you know? Will we learn more every week?
Well, I mean, the cool thing is that, you know, we took it out of Metropolis, put it in National City, which is like our own little playground to play in, and like sort of create a mythology for her. It's not too far from the comic, but also incorporating what we want, you know, and just having our own autonomy outside of Superman, outside of that world. So I would imagine with the team of writers that we have and the level of talent that we have in the acting department, that we're going to be able to really sort of delve into things and take our time with the stories and take our time with the character developments, because we all know who these people are in the comics, right? But we don't know who they are in 2015 on CBS show, which is kind of cool and scary for us, because we're like, am I doing this right? Should I be doing anything else at all? Like, you know, and it's like, no, you're good. I'm like, really? People are going to be upset. Like, or, you know, so it's, as an actor, sometimes you have like a little, it's a daunting task, like in a good way, to, you know, play an iconic role, and if you really want to do it, give it justice to what people have in their heads, but at the same time, you have to be yourself. If that answers your question in a very long-winded way. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, it kind of leaves me to a thought. Some actors prefer to go back and reread all the comics and do all the research, and others are like, no, I don't want to be influenced by that. So where do you fall in that spectrum?
Well, I don't know if you buy me in a bow tie, you know, just like running around, hey, how you doing? Like, I don't know if you buy that. But, so I'm of the school of thought that, like, so, not to compare myself to Tom Hanks whatsoever, but Tom Hanks had this quote once, and he was talking to Buzz Aldrin, I think it was, and he said, does anyone know offhand who Tom Hanks played in Apollo 13? Was it Buzz?
Jim Lovell.
Jim Lovell. Okay, well, I'm glad you're here, because I just messed that up. Let me start that over. Okay, so Tom Hanks was talking about, that was a rewind if anybody didn't know. Tom Hanks was talking about, to Jim Lovell, he said, you're an amazing person, and I'm really honored to play you, but I'm also sorry. And then Jim goes, what do you mean you're sorry? He goes, no matter who you were, they're going to remember you as me. and it's true. So it's almost like I grew up with Jimmy Olsen a certain way, and I grew up with Supergirl a certain way, and I grew up with Superman and Batman in certain ways, but we're going to reinvent that, you know, and not in a disrespectful way, but more in a, here we are, man. It's 2015, and like, you know, obviously I'm not the first and the, I would say, the obvious choice to play Jimmy Olsen. But I think that's the amazing part. We're coming into a place in society where it's getting a little more colorblind. We're sort of releasing our grandfather's problems, you know. And like, it was a very monochromatic existence when Jimmy was created in the 1930s, and people just weren't thinking that way. So like, I'm really happy to be a part of that change.
do you want to have some kind of nerdy aspect to Jimmy Olsen?
I am a nerd. So no matter what, if I'm awake, I'm gonna nerd it out, bro. So
I like it.
I mean, I look like it. Yeah, I'm a nerd.
You're in good company.
Oh, cool. I am of you. And my mom's a journalist, so yeah.
Have you been to Comic Con? Have you done
My
that?
first one.
Yeah. Have you walked the floor, done anything like that
I
yet?
tried. There's nothing. They keep us in a bubble. I'm like, I want to go see the guy in the Birdman outfit. Like it's but I like this kind of stuff. I can't even. I'm actually ashamed that I haven't been here on my own. I saw a couple of my buddies here who are actors too, and they weren't. They don't have a show on this, right? But they're just kind of like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, nerding out. I'm like, oh man, I wish I did that last year, a couple years ago. Because I mean, hopefully, I don't think I'll be able to do that from here on out, which is cool. But I missed it. I really kind of missed it.
So when,
In the bubble.
so when your mom found out that you were playing like this journalistic character, you know, Jimmy was a photographer, and now you come to cat grants, did she give you any tips on how to
She told me to take out the
portray?
trash and clean up some doggy doo in the backyard. No, she did actually. She does that kind of stuff. She flipped. She loved it. She was very proud. She's also has this thing because my dad's an attorney and I played an attorney on TV. I've done this. And she's like, "You're finally coming home. You're finally playing a journalist, you know." And try to give me a bunch of pointers. I'm like, Mom, he's actually not a real. He's a photojournalist. Mom, he's a photojournalist. Damn it. Let you talk. Photojournalist. Okay. Yeah. So she was very happy just because she's actually a Superman comics fan anyway. And she knew more about the comic than I thought. So she's like, "You're playing Jimmy Olsen, the friend of Superman." Like that's the official title. Like wow. And so she still calls me today and goes, "Hey Jimmy." You know, so that's cool. She was really proud. It's very cool, man. Thanks for asking that.
So what do you think the relationship will be like? How much will you be involved in sort of the action side of the show? Or
they're gonna bring me into it, and I'm really curious as to how, because like you're saying, the initial nerdified Jimmy Olsen didn't really do that, but and he did sometimes. Actually, in the comics, he had different superpowers like every week. They would just kind of mess with him, make him Elastic Boy, and like this guy. And one time he had Bizarro World Superman powers, but I think they're gonna do it a little more grounded. But I'm gonna get in there and be heroic every now and then. Try to save the day, not get my butt kicked too bad. Some of these villains are pretty strong though. Gotta lift some weights.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.